the 9 things that I bring with me to every family photo shoot as a family photographer. So what are the things that family photographers need to have in their camera bags besides just their camera equipment? If they want to ensure that all of their family photo shoots are super successful, that they're able to keep kiddos happy, that they're able to keep all of the members of the family happy, and just so that they can make sure that they get amazing photos at every session. It's not an accident, and I am very intentional about everything that I bring with me to my family photo shoots to ensure that I have an amazing client experience, amazing photos, and that my families all have such a fun time while they're taking photos with me. So before we get into it, I'm going to show you each of these things individually, but I want to make sure that you guys have what you need to have super successful family photo shoots. So I want you to go ahead and go to the first link in the description down below, and I have a completely free family posing guide for you with my top 10 absolute favorite prompts for candid, natural, authentic family photos. So if you're a candid family photographer, you love to get those natural, super sweet, candid photos at your family sessions, go ahead and download that in the description below, and that guide will include some of the items that I have here. So go ahead and follow along with that. Take that to your next family photo shoot, and you are going to love the authentic photos that you can create with those prompts. Okay, so let's get into the 9 things that I bring with me to my family photo shoots as a family photographer. So number 1, so if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen this little guy a lot, and that is my little monkey, George. This is George, and as you can see, he's kind of like a little scrunchie, and he goes around my lens, and that just helps little kids know exactly where to look, because sometimes, like especially with toddlers or just like young kids in general, it really helps if they can see your face in order to like feel comfortable with you. But when your face is hiding behind a big black camera, it can be kind of scary, right? Like, what is this like huge black thing in my face? So if you can tell them, instead of just like, look right here, if you can tell them like, hey, look at my monkey, and this little cute smiling monkey, it really helps them know where to look, and also, you know, have something to smile at that's fun. And even with my own kids, when I have taken our own family photos with a tripod, and I have the little monkey on the tripod, I'm surprised by how well it works without even anyone behind the camera. If I just tell my kids, hey, look at the monkey, I can get a photo of all of us looking and smiling at the camera without even someone there behind it. So that is number 1, the first thing that I bring with me to my family photo shoots. And then let's see, number 2 is this blanket. I think that blankets are so helpful for family photos for a lot of reasons. One, obviously, you can put it on the ground to get sitting photos or laying down photos. I love to include tons of variety in posing in my family photo shoots. So laying, sitting, standing, squatting, blankets are so helpful because a lot of times we're outdoors in nature and people don't want to get their clothes super dirty. Totally fine. I always end up getting super muddy and dirty at my photo shoots because I'm like laying on the ground, sitting, squatting, getting all of these different poses. So, but anyway, my families don't want to get muddy. That's totally fine. I bring a blanket for them to sit on. I also love playing London Bridge, or like the parachute game where parents are floating the blanket up and down and kids are running underneath it. Or sometimes if I have like some super shy kiddos and I'm having trouble getting an individual photo of them where they are smiling and looking like they're having a good time, one little trick that I have is you can swing the kid, the parents can swing the kid back and forth in the blanket, and you can get some close-up individual photos of the kid. So those are always super fun. Love the blankets. Okay, number 3 is these photogenic books. Books are super fun for kids. All kids love reading. And so especially for toddlers, like if they need a break and they're just like being crazy, or they just like don't feel like following directions, that's totally fine. I say, okay, let's take a break and read a book. Pull out a book for them. And kids love this. And it's not something like super crazy and wild, like a bright red book. I am not a fan of like having something crazy that's like standing out and distracting in the photos. So these little photogenic books are so helpful. to give kids a little break and also to get some super sweet candid photos of them reading. Okay, the next thing I bring with me is dresses for moms. So I am someone who includes a client closet in my packages. So I include, I have over 50 dresses for moms to choose from in different sizes. And I also include outfits for babies and some accessories. So this dress right here is an example of one of the dresses in my client closet. It's from my absolute favorite store, which is Worth Collective. And I can link to them down below. Here's another one. This is another one of my favorite dresses. I just love this toile pattern. It took me forever to learn how to say that. I had only seen it written out and I thought it was pronounced toily. It is pronounced toile. So I love this little toile. I actually wore this one for my own family session as well. That is one of the benefits of having a client closet, is that you get to wear the dresses, at least the ones that fit you. The next thing I bring, like I said, is outfits for babies. So here's an example, another toile pattern, and this one is from Nothing Fits But, which is another brand that I love that I can link down below. That one is a little bit more expensive. Their dresses are in the $150 range usually, and like this little baby onesie was $60, I believe. So they are a little bit on the pricier side, but it's 100% cotton, and they fit multiple sizes. I think it's totally worth it. This is a 6 to 12 month baby onesie, and it is so cute. And there's a matching dress that goes with it as well for moms. So that's the next thing that I bring. And then while we're speaking of babies, I also bring tons of bow options for girls. Just in case mom and dad don't have a good one, I bring like 20 different options for different color schemes and patterns that they might like. Okay, the next thing that I bring with me is, again, speaking of babies, a Moses basket. So I got this for newborn sessions, and I use it for all of my newborn sessions, but it also works really well for babies under 6 months. Anytime I have a family session with babies under 6 months, in order to get individual photos of them, of course I can get those individual photos of like close-ups of them with mom and dad holding them, but I also love to get these laying down photos of them in a Moses basket, or like mom's sitting next to them while they're in a Moses basket. I always think those are so sweet, and parents always really love those. The next thing that I bring with me is this bubble gun. So this is super fun, blows bubbles. And this can be just super helpful if you have like a super shy kiddo, or a kid that is just really hard to make smile, like they're just a more serious kid. This can be so great for getting those smiles. And it's also my secret weapon for extended family photos, especially if you have like tons of kids and it's really hard to get them to all like look and smile in the same direction at the same time. Bubbles are the secret weapon. So I photographed an extended family session recently where I was blowing a bubble gun, and one of the moms told me that the kid was so obsessed with it. He had been asking for a bubble gun for weeks, and she got him one for Christmas, just like mine, which is so sweet. He just like could not stop talking about the bubble gun after the session. I originally had the idea to get this bubble gun because I had this like super loyal client. They come to me at least 3 times a year, and their toddler is just so hard to make smile. I have been photographing him since he was 9 months old, and I could get like 1 or 2 good smiles out of him at each session. But these clients are so sweet, so loyal, and I just really wanted to get lots more good smiling photos for them. So I knew they were coming to me for one of my mini sessions, and I was like, I have to get this bubble gun. I am going to do everything I can to make this kid smile, and it worked. So secret weapon, if you are really struggling to get some kids to smile, bubble gun is the answer. Okay, is that everything? Oh, I have one other little secret for you. So this is for you, not for the families, but I bring a tripod, a phone tripod. So you can, before your sessions, obviously ask your families if it's okay, if like they're okay with using, if they're okay with you using their like photos and videos for advertising, then I will set up a phone tripod and video myself photographing their session. And then you can use that for marketing materials for your website, for social media, for your blog. And that's just so helpful, like just to have those marketing materials, right? Like you have to look busy, look like you're doing lots of work, doing lots of fun things in order to book more clients. So being able to video yourself behind the scenes is just so helpful for marketing. And even if the family is not okay with you using their images for marketing, you can set up your tripod on the other side so you're not actually videoing the family, you're only videoing yourself photographing the family. And I just think it's so helpful for future clients to see what it's actually like to work with you, so they can see like, oh, she is really good with kids, she is really like hands-on and poses people and makes people feel comfortable. And it just helps expedite that like, know, and trust factor, and feel like they can trust you and they can spend all this money with you and make a huge investment because they know that you're going to be able to get amazing photos and that you're fun to work with behind the scenes. So, did any of these items surprise you? Are there any that you want to try at your next family photo shoot? I will link all the ones that I can in the description for you below in case you are interested in trying any of these. And let me know which one you're thinking about using at your next family session. And while we're talking about it, don't forget to download my free posing guide in the description box down below. That way you can use tons of my prompts and fun candid photos at your next family session as well. And if you want to watch me photograph sessions behind the scenes, you can actually come along with me virtually through my posing course for family photographers called Mastering Authentic Connection, where I teach you everything that I know about posing families, about helping to make families have fun during their family photo session, to create an amazing client experience through posing, and you get to virtually shadow me at 4 full family sessions. So if that's something that interests you, I'll leave the link to that below as well. And let me know what else you want to see from me on this YouTube channel. I want to make this a place that is as helpful for you guys as possible. I am planning on making this like a super active channel where I am uploading videos constantly for you guys. So let me know what you want to see. I really want to, like I said, make this an educational and helpful channel for you. I'm a family and newborn photographer, so anything related to those topics, I'm happy to talk about. So just let me know what you want to see next.